Now on BBC Two, former presenters from two vintage programmes make up the teams in a special holiday edition of Today's the Day with Martyn Lewis.
Good afternoon and welcome to Saturday the 15th of April. It's the Today's the Day Easter special. And if you're a regular viewer of our weekday show, you'll know what we have in store. It's a unique quiz about anything and everything that's happened at Easter in years gone by. And to answer the questions, we have two very special teams whose knowledge of our vintage clips should be pretty well unbeatable. Does this ring any bells? Please welcome Michael Barratt and Bob Wellings, the two main presenters from Nationwide. And who could we possibly find to take on such a high-powered team? Well, take a look at this. Please welcome Maggie, Philbin and Raymond Baxter, stars of tomorrow's world in its heyday. Now, Michael, Nationwide became a part of everybody's lives, but it was pretty pioneering stuff when it started.
Oh, absolutely. We were breaking down all the barriers of technology. I mean, you'd be amazed now that it was quite something to go live to Aberdeen. We didn't always make it, mind you, but there were wonderful, wonderful pioneering days.
And you were always first with the news.
But of course.
As you were on this particular occasion.
Can I, sparing your blushes, read one last card from a Mrs. Cardwell who lives near Polegate in Sussex? Just a suggestion, not a question. In all seriousness, think you'd make a good Prime Minister. Stop all these silly men from fighting, backbiting and so on. Rather a good headmistress type, Mrs. Thatcher.
Oh,
good night.
Dear. There are some very good headmistresses.
A politically diplomatic answer. What did she say to you after that interview?
She said, Mr. Barratt, do you think, she came out with a reporter's notebook, am I wearing the right dress? Is this the right colour? Was that answer too long or too short for you? It was quite extraordinary to see herself, as a minister by this time, but preparing herself for bigger things.
And Bob, you specialised in the lighter side of the news. Did Nationwide actually invent the skateboarding duck?
Nationwide found the skateboarding duck. I would love to claim it for myself, but I didn't encounter that one, unfortunately.
But you were in the front line of a great many stories like that. Let me refresh your memory on one of them.
Right. Where are you from? Yeah. From Warwickshire, apparently. Hey, are you the only trained piglet in the world? Well, that I think demonstrated what became a kind of nationwide rule, was that animals never did what they were meant to do.
But did you ever wonder, when you were doing stories like trying to interview some pigs, did you ever wonder, what on earth am I doing here?
Sometimes, but I tended not to stay with the thought for very long. And I think that's what kept people watching, because they didn't know whether a skateboarding duck or whatever would emerge.
Well, of course, they certainly kept watching Tomorrow's World as well. And Raymond Baxter, you were there in the early pioneering days of that programme. Nobody had really attempted a popular approach to a science programme like that before.
In fact, Tomorrow's World was son of a previous series called Eye on Research. This was devised by the great Aubrey Singer in Outside Broadcasts. And then, of course, Tomorrow's World sprang out of that and was done in the studio, but nevertheless done live. And of course we also did Outside Broadcasts in Tomorrow's World.
Well, let me remind you of one particular Outside Broadcast. It was when you introduced the nation to the very first hovercraft.
Now, next Saturday, 2 completely new cross-channel services by hovercraft will be inaugurated. Next year, bigger and better and faster hovercraft will be on the service. The Channel Tunnel is, of course, in the offing. So one thing is quite certain. In tomorrow's world, it will be much quicker and easier to get across the channel than it is today.
Well, now, Maggie, you joined as the action girl, and you were asked to do some pretty outrageous things.
Yes. I think as a new reporter on Tomorrow's World, you always had a pretty rough time for the first 2 or 3 years before you learned how to say no. How many times were you dropped into the channel out of interest from a helicopter? Because at times I felt like I'd been dunked in that channel more times than a rich tea biscuit. And on one particular occasion, I was very heavily pregnant, and one of my early films was being shown, and the editor of the show said, listen, you'd better make it absolutely clear, Maggie, that when you shot that film you weren't pregnant. I said, but I was pregnant when we shot that film.
Well, now, were you pregnant when this particularly dangerous thing happened to you?
What's your fear now?
It's probably gone down to about sort of 4. But, ooh!
just hold it. Okay. Could you? Okay, right.
Well, because I know that I will sort of, you know, move away sharply, I'm going to try and stop myself from doing that.
Does that...
It still makes me jump.
You're petrified just thinking about it.
And that snake, incidentally, it disappeared up a chimney.
But did it cure you of your fear of all those things you've been afraid of?
It didn't cure me of my fear of snakes. That has remained with me. But we tackled heights, and I dropped down with the Marines from a very high cliff, just hanging onto a piece of rope. And now the fear of heights is gone.
Well,
I'm terrified of Marines.
Well, no snakes or Marines on this programme, guaranteed. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our contestants in place for our special celebrity edition of Today's the Day. And what both teams are playing for is a rather splendid Easter hamper to be delivered to a charity of their choice. And just in case this Easter edition draws you to Today's the Day for the very first time, let me tell you that round 1 is Stop the Clip. So fingers on buzzers, buzz when you think you can answer the question about the clip, buzz and get it wrong, and we run more of the clip. And the sooner you buzz, of course, the more points you get. And to start, we have a report from today in 1956. What is this story? Start the clip.
Every inch of the quayside is packed as the yacht approaches.
Nationwide?
The Governor and I reckon it's Grace Kelly arriving for her marriage to Prince Rainier.
And you would reckon right. A report from today in 1956 of Grace Kelly arriving in Monaco in preparation for her marriage to Prince Rainier. A few more of those preparations are in order, I think.
It's just as well Monte Carlo Harbour is a natural amphitheatre. It might have been made for an occasion like this. The big moment arrives for which the whole of Monaco has been waiting.
Now we move to Easter 1985. What is this story? Start the clip.
A provocative priest or bishop gets people into the church, so what's wrong with provocation?
I still feel that he ought to resign.
The man at the centre of the controversy avoided repeating his doubts over the empty tomb, but the bishop said that for him, the truth of the resurrection was overwhelming, even though...
Tomorrow's World?
It's the Bishop of Durham in hot water because he challenged the principle of resurrection and, I believe, the virgin birth.
Quite right, 100% right. David Jenkins, then the Bishop of Durham, under fire at Easter 1985 for his controversial views on the resurrection. We move on to vintage footage from 1934. What is the subject of this report?
The construction of this tunnel took 9 years at a cost of over £7 million and has given employment to thousands. These Easter holiday makers are making the most of a unique occasion, as after His Majesty the King stormed...
Nationwide?
We recognise that as being not very far from the Lime Grove studios, that archway.
Yes, very convincing, but not quite, I'm afraid, Bob. Restart the clip. Yes, Tomorrow's World.
The tunnel under the Mersey at Liverpool.
Well done. It was the new 2.5-mile road tunnel between Liverpool and Birkenhead, which was opened to the public on Easter weekend in 1934. Well, now a clip from today in 1969. What is this story all about? Start the clip.
Well, it's quite a lifetime, isn't it, really? 20 years, so naturally I'm going to miss it very much.
It's the longest run I've ever had, and quite the happiest.
Tomorrow's World?
Well, I might get it wrong. Is it?
Go ahead.
Is it the end of the Dales?
It is the end of the Dales from today in 1969. We cannot let time go by without having another look at that.
I'm glad I put a little mascara on my eyelashes to prevent myself from crying. It's very sad, really.
So, at the end of round one, we have Nationwide on 10 points. Tomorrow's World taking an early lead with 17. And we zip on to our round about famous people. On the video wall, we have 4 years, and hiding behind them 4 famous faces. All people for whom the 15th of April meant something special in those years. Nationwide, we come to you first. Your choice of year, please.
72?
1972.
When I saw all of those people come to see George to get beat, and they all paid to get in. That's the thing. They paid to get in. And I said, this is a good idea. And right away I started talking, I am the greatest.
Muhammad Ali appearing on Parkinson today in 1972. In which American state was Muhammad Ali born?
New York, I guess.
No, offer it to Tomorrow's World.
Alabama?
No, it was Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. And Tomorrow's World, your choice of year.
82, please.
1982.
Easter time, spring lambs gambling in the betting shops. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day for slipping something alcoholic into a lamb's drinking trough and saying, how's that for a rum baba?
Ken Dodd on his own Easter special today in 1982. What was Ken Dodd's only #1 single?
We Are the Diddy Men. It
No.
wasn't that, was it? No.
Offer it to Nationwide?
Whistling.
No.
Something to do with whistling.
It was Tears from 1965, which I suspect was without the Diddy Man.
We are
And Nationwide, it is your choice of year.
73?
1973.
I don't embarrass my family by becoming a millstone, you know, if you know what I mean. Next season it could possibly have happened that I wasn't able to command a first team place.
Bobby Charlton's retirement as a player today in 1973. How many England caps did Bobby win?
41.
No, offer it to Tomorrow's World.
55.
No, believe it or not, 106. And that leaves for Tomorrow's World 1976.
Then I guess it is wise to be cruel.
She hasn't changed at all, has she? Cilla Black singing Alfie today in 1976. Who played Alfie in the original film?
It was a blonde guy, wasn't it?
You tell me. I'm going to offer it to Nationwide.
We think it's Michael Caine.
You would think right. It is Michael Caine. So at the end of round 2, the gap is narrowing. The score stand at 15 points to Nationwide. Tomorrow's World a mere 2 ahead on 17. And so to our TV round, a selection of classic programmes which were on the air on this very day in years gone by. 3 clips for Nationwide first, the usual formidably tough questions to follow.
My own darling, I didn't know it was possible to be so happy. Darling, until tonight at the same place, my own, your dearest. Twinkle. Who's Twinkle?
We have to taste this one. Can I tell you that I think that one is the real chocolate?
Absolutely right.
What are you two supposed to be?
We're a pair of French streetwalkers.
And you?
We're a pash dancers.
Yes, we're 2 hopeless victims of the underground.
You mean you've been run over by a tube?
No, you don't understand. Shut up!
Michael and Bob, 3 programmes. Can you put names to them?
Dr. Finley's casebook was
Right,
the
from
first,
1966.
And It Ain't Half Hot Mum was the 3rd.
Right, from 1975.
We haven't the foggiest idea what the middle one was.
Well, the middle one was Breakfast Time from 1984. Now, 3 bonus questions coming up for you. You saw Barbara Mullen playing Janet in Dr. Finley's casebook. Who plays her in the recent TV revival?
Annette Crosby.
Annette Crosby is right. In which series did Selina Scott travel around Scotland interviewing people about their varying ways of life?
Well, I think it was a pun on her name. Roundabout with Scott.
You're right about it being a pun, but I can't give it to you. It was Scott Free.
Yeah.
And who was that playing Bombardier Gloria Beaumont in It Ain't Half Hartman?
Bombardier.
I don't think we know that.
No, it is Melvin Hayes. And here are 3 clips coming up to test the memories of tomorrow's world.
All right, Captain Hart. Get these 2 out of it.
And these bunnies are very simple to make and very cheap too, because their faces are cotton wool balls and their bodies and bonnets are made of egg boxes like this. So if you'd like to have a go at making one of these, I'll show you what to do.
Mary Ellen by the old barn door, I know just what she's a-waiting for. Up in the loft where the oil lamp flickers, I lost my heart and she lost her parasol. Up
Maggie and Raymond, how are we doing? First programme?
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who and the Sea Devils from 1972, right? Second one?
Blue Peter.
Right, from 1985. And the third?
2 Ronnies.
Right, from 1971. 3 bonus questions coming up. How many TV Doctor Whos preceded John Pertwee?
3.
No, it was 2. They were William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton. Which Blue Peter presenter went on to introduce Radio 4's PM?
Oh, Valerie Singleton.
Correct. Ronnie's Barker and Corbett featured regularly on the programme as a pair of bungling detectives. Name the characters.
No.
No. Charlie Farley and Piggy Malone. So, at the end of round 3, the score stand at 30 points to Nationwide. Tomorrow's World edging further ahead with 37. Now, fingers back on buzzers, 5 points for every question. It's time for our quick fire round. Name the Hollywood legend who died at Easter 1990, famous for playing Queen Christina and Anna Karenina.
Garbo.
Nationwide?
Garbo.
Is right, Greta Garbo. What was Greta Garbo's most famous catchphrase?
I want to be
Tomorrow's
alone.
World?
I want to be alone.
Is right. Today in 1992, £10.25 million was paid for Canaletto's A View of London. Canaletto was also renowned for painting views of the city in which he was born. Can you name it? Yes, Tomorrow's World?
Venice.
It is Venice. Name the American car manufacturer who died at Easter 1947, who had pioneered assembly line production. Tomorrow's World?
Henry Ford.
Is correct. To which of his cars was Henry Ford referring when he said, people can have it any colour so long as it's Tomorrow's World?
The Model A.
No, I'll finish the question for Nationwide. He said, people can have it any colour so long as it's black.
Model T, I
The Model T Ford is correct. Today in 1936, which luxury liner, then the world's largest, left Southampton for the first time for her speed trials? Tomorrow's World?
QE2?
No.
No,
Operator
no.
Nationwide.
Queen Mary.
Queen Mary is right. And I'm assuming that Michael knew that before Raymond shouted it out.
Of course
You're
I
an unruly
knew.
bunch, you know. And that's the end of the quick fire round. And at the end of that round, we find Nationwide on 45 points. You pleased with that, gentlemen?
Well, of course we are. It's a huge score compared, isn't it?
We're
But
very,
you're losing.
Yeah, we're very relieved, Marty, because we were told before we came in here, all 4 of us, that the lowest score ever scored on this programme was 8. And so our relief, I think all 4 of us, when we passed 8, was immense.
Yep.
Well, we were actually expecting a round of applause when we
When you
passed.
got to 8, right. Well, you're certainly
We can
getting...
have it now.
You probably do deserve a round of applause right now, because Tomorrow's World are in the lead with 52 points. So, in this our Easter special final, it is on to the video wall. There are 8 clips here, some more difficult to answer questions about than others, so you do have a choice. And as you can see, the clips are worth either 5, 10, or 15 points. There's a huge amount riding on the actual choice that you make, so you do need to choose extremely carefully. Nationwide.
Middle right.
Middle right for 10 points.
And they're off. And the winner of the race? Nina, by a short head. Beak?
Well, you might think you have a hugely unfair advantage here because that was duck racing on Nationwide today in 1978. However, my question is this. For 10 points, which species of wild duck is the ancestor of most domestic ducks?
Oh, thank you very much. The reporter was Martin Young. Don't
Yes.
you want to know that?
No, don't want to know any of that. I simply want to know which species of wild duck is the ancestor of most domestic ducks.
The Aylesbury duck.
No, offer it to Tomorrow's World.
Mallard.
Mallard is right, and Tomorrow's World is your choice on the wall.
Middle.
Middle left.
Middle left for 10 points.
And this is it, a space-age kitchen. At the Ideal Home exhibition, the kitchen is on display as a centerpiece, raised on a stand and revolving. But in the home, it'll be static and look far less formidable.
Well, another advantage for you, you might think, a space-age kitchen on display in 1970. For 10 points, who was the designer of the kitchen whom you saw briefly in that clip, who went on to make an even bigger name for himself as a restaurant critic?
Ronay.
Yes, Egon Ronay is right, and Nationwide is your choice on the wall.
Bottom left.
Bottom left for 15 points.
In Paris, one young designer has thought up something quite original. He says, trim your hats with fruit and vegetables. I'm bound to say the result seems quite fragrant. All I can add is that if a girl can't get her man plus a meal out of these fashions, well, I'll eat my hat. Or at any rate, hers.
Fragrant banana hats from today in 1949. Bananas grow in clusters of 10 to 20. For 15 points, what are these clusters known as?
Bunches. No.
No, offer it to Tomorrow's World.
Bunches.
No, that's no.
branch.
No, I'm going to have to tell you, it is hands. Hands of bananas. Tomorrow's World, your choice on the wall.
Bottom right.
Yeah, bottom right.
Bottom right for 15 points.
And large crowds went to Brighton and other seaside places to enjoy themselves and make the most of the sunshine. All the kids, of course, have been looking forward to the seaside holiday for weeks, and it would have been a real shame to disappoint them. Some parents who couldn't take them to the coast used ingenuity.
Post-war Easter trips to the seaside today in 1948. For 15 points, which famous architect converted Brighton's Royal Pavilion to its current splendor?
Spence?
No, offer it to Nationwide.
We're not talking about Nash. We're not going
We
there.
are talking about John Nash. Well done. And it's your choice on the wall, Nationwide.
Bottom centre.
Bottom middle for 10 points.
The Austrian Navy went out of business in 1918, but the melody lingers on, so to speak, in the sailor suits of the Vienna Boys Choir, who are out early to welcome the princess and let her hear what they do best.
The Princess of Wales with the Vienna Boys Choir today in 1986. You heard Michael Cole refer to the demise of the Austrian Navy after the First World War. For 10 points, Christopher Plummer played an Austrian naval captain in a 60s Oscar-winning film. Can you name it?
The Sound of Music.
It was The Sound of Music. Tomorrow's World, your choice on the wall.
Top middle.
Top middle for 10 points.
Amongst the crowd again after a wild drive, and then hitting a shot that by no means assured him of his fall. Yet from here, he advanced the ball to within 6 feet, and soon the 15-year wait was over.
Ian Woosnam's 15-year wait for a green jacket triumphantly over today in 1991. He succeeded Nick Faldo as Masters champion. For 10 points, which other British golfer won the title 3 years earlier?
I have to tell you, my dad will be very cross. I don't know this.
But you don't.
But I don't know this, no.
So I'm going to throw it to Nationwide.
I'd plump for Sandy Lyon.
And you would plump in the right direction.
Oh,
it was
well done.
Sandy Lyon.
Well done.
So it's your choice on the wall, Nationwide.
We're in the lead, aren't we?
hang on, it's not over yet. Don't get too excited.
Aren't you running out of time, man?
Come on, get on with it. Come on. Give me your
Top
choice.
left.
Top left for 5 points.
This is the Pram National. And they're off to a great start. Women's teams, men's teams, singles, doubles, welcome to all. Now for the Beaches Brook of the course, the Pepperell Tarn, 50 feet across, 2 feet deep, and guaranteed to give a wet seat to each passenger from here to the finish. First men's team home, the Finchley Methodists in 50 minutes.
The mad antics of the Pram National from today in 1962. For 5 points, over what distance is the Grand National race run?
5 1/4 miles.
No, offer it to Tomorrow's World.
4.5 miles?
No.
Is right. Or 4 miles and 4 furlongs.
Well done.
Well done. And Tomorrow's World, you are left with top right for 5 points.
But now, alas, she has met with misfortune, running aground on the notorious Brambles Bank, some 8 miles from Southampton. When we flew over the scene, tugs were there by the dozen, ready for the next attempt to haul her off. The contretemps, of course, made headline news on both sides of the Atlantic.
A famous ship aground off Southampton today in 1947. For 5 points, what was she called?
The Queen Elizabeth.
Is correct. And sorry, Nationwide, you crowed just a little bit too early there, because we've ended that round with you on 80 points. Tomorrow's World, a mere whisker ahead on 82. Nail-biting stuff, because we come now to our final round. It's time to beat the clock. 60 seconds of questions about the 15th of April, but with a catch. Only one team member can play. Maggie, you're in the hot seat. Let's go. 60 seconds starting now. At Easter 1981, a statue to which comedy genius was unveiled in London's Leicester Square?
Don't know.
Charlie Chaplin. Today in 1729, the world premiere of the St. Matthew Passion took place. Who composed it?
Bach.
Correct. At Easter 1984, the Queen met Torval and Dean in their home city. Name it.
Nottingham.
Correct. At the top of the Easter pop charts in 1976, which group sang Save Your Kisses for Me?
Oh, don't know.
Brotherhood of Man. At Easter 1948, King Farouk laid the foundation stone of which dam?
Don't know.
Aswan Dam. In 1949, Easter cinema audiences saw Fred Astaire singing and dancing to Steppin' Out With My Baby. In which film?
Singing in the Rain.
No Easter Parade. At Easter 1950, which legendary Russian ballet dancer died? Let you answer it.
Nureyev.
No, it was Nijinsky. Now, Michael, you're in a hot seat. Your target to beat is 102. Let's go. 60 seconds starting now. At Easter 1972, an exhibition devoted to which Egyptian king opened at the British Museum?
Carmen.
Correct. Born at Easter 1914 in New York, which British violinist made his professional debut at the age of 7?
Yehudi Menuhin.
Correct. At Easter 1992, which Swedish tennis player and former Wimbledon champion married?
Borg.
No, Edberg.
no.
Born today in 1843, who wrote the novel The Turn of the Screw?
Faulkner.
No, Henry James. Today in 1973, a plaque was unveiled at the former home of the composer of the musical The Dancing Years. Name him.
Don't know.
Ivan Novello. Today in 1961, which Soviet premier awarded Yuri Gagarin the Order of Lenin?
Khrushchev.
Correct. And that's the end of the round. Well, a fine example of brinkmanship by Nationwide there. All along, they led us to believe that they were going to lose. Suddenly, they came streaking from behind to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Tomorrow's World sitting there on 102, a valiant performance by you, but pipped at the post by Nationwide's 110. So that means that Nationwide become our Easter celebrity champions, and they get the chance to give the Today's the Day hamper to a charity of their choice. But none of you will leave empty-handed, because I'm going to give you here our special awards, newspapers that were actually printed and published on the very days that you were born. Ladies and gentlemen, please thank our great celebrity contestants for this special Easter edition of Today's the Day. And that's it for today. It's also the end of what has been, in fact, the 200th edition of Today's the Day. So we're taking a short break, a very short one, in fact, because we'll be back with the new Today's the Day summer season in just a couple of weeks, Monday, May the 1st, to be precise. So until then, from me and the entire Today's the Day team, have a great Easter break. Good afternoon.